You were on the scene when the deceased collapsed?
I was.
What did you observe?
David Hayward had been beaten,
What are you
bruised.
planning? Because?
Because he and Ryan Lavery had a fight.
And you assumed that this was the cause of death?
It was assumed.
And you arrested Ryan Lavery?
He actually came forward, even though he couldn't remember the fight.
I made the biggest mistake of my life the night of our wedding. I should never have let you get on that motorcycle, but I did. And I will never forgive myself for that. For that and for everything that you had to go through. I didn't save you that night. Let me save you now.
David's gone.
So once it was ruled that David Hayward died of a lethal dose of digitalis, the charges against Ryan Lavery were dropped, correct?
Correct. There was nothing to link Ryan to the drug.
Digitalis. A drug that a former heart surgeon could have kept in his home. A home that was shared by the defendant.
I couldn't testify as to where the drug actually came from.
No, I understand. But you did find a vial with traces of the digitalis.
I did?
Can you please tell the jury where you found this vial?
In the defendant's car.
Now, at one point, the police briefly entertained a suicide theory. Can you please tell the jury why?
I found letters in David's room that suggested he might have killed himself.
Letters that were later proven to be forgeries, correct?
Correct.
And by your department's analysis, who forged the dead man's signature?
The defendant.
So clearly this was designed to steer the investigation away from the real killer.
Or to give the people left behind a little peace.
Are you saying that Greenlee was so compassionate that she felt that it would be easier for the people left behind by writing these letters?
It's possible.
Well, then why did she write herself one?
You'd have to ask her that yourself.
And these letters that were written, one to the estranged daughter of David Hayward and Amanda Martin, these people weren't exactly close to the defendant.
Not particularly.
So you're saying that Mrs. Hayward risked introducing false evidence into a murder investigation just to make things a little easier for people that she wasn't even close with?
Objection calls for speculation.
Sustained.
Do you think that suicide is still a possibility? Chief Hubbard.
I don't think it's likely.
And why is that?
Because Dr. David Hayward enjoyed torturing people way too much to kill himself.
Your witness.
How many years have you served as police chief?
2.
Do you have any doubt as to the guilt of the defendant?
Objection!
Your Honor, Chief Hubbard was the arresting officer in this case. I just want to see how convinced he is that he arrested the right person.
Why don't you proceed, Mr. Montgomery?
Thank you. Let me ask you this. Because you did arrest my client, that doesn't automatically make her guilty now, does it?
Well, if it did, there'd be no reason for a trial.
Chief Hubbard, would you be so kind as to identify these for the court?
Yeah, these are interviews and background checks on everybody that was at the party the night that David Hayward died.
Now, in reviewing these, I noticed that some of the people, including employees at the club, have arrest records. Now, did you investigate them besides the initial questioning?
No, he did not.
Why was that?
Before the autopsy results came in, we thought that Ryan Lavery was our man. Soon after the cause of death was determined to be digitalis, we arrested Mrs. Hayward based on additional evidence.
So the investigation of all these possible suspects was just dropped.
Yes, they were, because nobody else was really considered a serious suspect.
All right, so let me see if I've got this right. You arrest my client on circumstantial evidence, then the DA begins to build her case. Chief Hubbard, is it possible that perhaps there was a rush to judgment here?
Objection.
Overruled.
We are not infallible.
Thank you. I have no further questions.
Looking at me like I'm guilty.
That's about to change.
At this time, I'd like to take a 5-minute recess.
All rise. Anything you need me to do?
No, I think we've got this under control. Will you hold down the fort? I gotta make a phone call.
Where are you going?
I need a few minutes. Talk to me.
How are you holding up?
I'm fine. I'm great. I'm fabulous. You're the one I'm concerned about.
Look, maybe we should do this.
I saw you and my father talking. I know what you're doing, and I'm not going to let you do it.
This is not the place.
Yes, it is. You're going to take the fall from me.
Stop.
No, I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to be put off. I've been put off for too long. So much has been put off.
Look, the focus needs to be on saving you right now, okay? Just forget about everything else.
can't.
You gotta forget about
Can
everything
you?
else. Look, I'm doing what has to be done, all right? Why can't you
I'm
understand?
not letting you make some false confession to murder, all for me.
End of discussion.
No,
Greenlee.
Ryan, I'm telling you, I'm not going to...
End of discussion.
No, Ryan, I'm telling you, I'm not going to...